Hello, garden friends. Thank you for joining me again in the garden today. Today I'm going to be showing you my flower patch. This is my first ever flower garden, and I am so very proud of her. Very excited to have her. It has brought me so much joy to grow these flowers. I used to be a flower snob. I am a complete repentant flower snob. I used to be more of a just plant something you can eat kind of girl. And yeah, I've repented. So this year, like I said, it's my first flower patch or flower garden. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Now, a month ago, this looked like a sad piece of earth with itty bitty green dots on it, and I didn't, in my wildest imagination, I couldn't have imagined this glorious picture in front of me. I come out here at least 15 times a day, I'm not joking, to stare at these flowers. And the pollinators, the little bees, and I've seen butterflies, and there's something always buzzing around here. It just makes me so happy. So I'll start in the front here, and this here is a marigold. It's the Chica Flame marigold, and this has been my favorite flower. One, because it was the first one to come up, so it was the first thing I got to come out and stare at every day. And it's profuse. I mean, if you just look at that, all that color. I planted them in the garden when they were very small, and it was probably about maybe 4 inches or 5 inches when I put it in the ground. It was very small, and I planted them out in April, and within a few weeks one of them had brought a flower out, and I couldn't believe it. And by May, it was really the only flower that was doing anything in here, so it was carrying the entire garden by itself, and the only source of color until its friends started to do anything. So I'm quite impressed with her. So that's a Chica Flame marigold from Baker's Creek. I absolutely adore it. Now, by its side is the other plant that was also carrying the garden, I would say, flowered very early. This is the alyssum, the sweet alyssum, carpet of snow, I believe is this one. And she is a little bit taller than the other alyssum I have, but my goodness, she is so beautiful, and the pollinators go gaga crazy for this plant here. And it's been flowering since April. It's beginning of June now, and I haven't had to deadhead her or anything. Can you see? I wish you could see all these pollinators. This little blue insect right there. Can you see her? Right there. Right there, yeah. But she has been doing an awesome job of flowering and keeping this place pretty. Now, rookie me, I didn't realize how small these alyssums would be, so I should have planted them in the front. But it's a little carpet in there, but the flowers, my goodness, they're like whites and purples, so pretty. And then engulfed in this alyssum, I didn't realize how tall this alyssum would get, is a purple ball basil. There are like 3 plants in here, but they've been covered up by the marigolds and the alyssum, which is fine. I like the dense planting, so. But as you can see, the marigolds, let me kind of give you a look this way. The marigolds are flanking either edge of both edges of the garden there. And I put the Chica Flame marigold up to here. Now this one, I don't remember the name. I planted multiple marigolds. I did the crackerjack mix, the yellow dwarf marigold, or petite yellow marigold. That one I got from Dollar Tree. And a polar bear. No, not polar bear, that was the zinnia. But it was a white Eskimo. And I'm not sure which one these ones. I know it's not the white Eskimo. I have no idea where I planted the white Eskimo, but this one didn't flower until probably a week or two ago. But oh my goodness, when they opened up, they looked like velvet. They're so pretty, and the plant is much bigger than the Chica Flame. It got much bigger before it started flowering, and the flowers are just beautiful. So that's this one, and then here you can see, very beautiful. There isn't much space between the plants, which is fine. It looks like a little hedge. But let me go back so I can show you the rest of the flowers now. Can you see this? This looks like, this is a purple sweet alyssum, purple and white, I would say. I planted 3 types of sweet alyssum. The snow, carpet of snow, ooh, I can't remember the name of the other one. One was royal carpet, and then one I got from Renee's Garden is the name of the seed shop. I don't remember. See, pollinators everywhere. I can't remember the name of it, the alyssum, but this one is so pretty, and I love the color mix with the orange of the marigold. But let me go away from these marigolds. That's not the only flower in the garden. Now here I have a little bit of space, which is unfortunate. I like things to be more densely planted. But here I put my lavender, and this one here is a Vera lavender, and then on the edge there, close to the alyssum, I have the pink elegance lavender. So there's that. Now there's another lavender here, and this one I didn't plant from seed. I bought this one from the big box store, and because the other ones were not doing very well, I didn't think they'll do anything this year. But this one has started to flower. The flowers are small and purple. I can't see it right now. They're hiding. But I bought one plant and separated into 2 plantings. This lavender, I believe, will fill out eventually, so I'm leaving the space as is. If I find an animal flower that is shorter, I can probably put it in here and fill up the space. But for now, I'm gonna leave it be. Now here I have some chrysanthemum. It's the golden ball chrysanthemum from Baker's Creek. I actually went to the website to check, and I didn't see it on the website anymore. But it's the golden ball. It has yellow, what looks like yellow balls, the flowers, and it should flower in the fall, like a late summer fall. So I have 2 plants here. I winter sowed them, and only 2 plants made it, but that should be perfectly fine. So these 2 here, and that will be some good fall interest there. And then in front here, oh, this flower has made me so happy. This is a snapdragon. I'd never actually seen or planted a snapdragon. Like I said, was not interested in the flowers, so most of these flowers are actually brand new to me. But this one is a snapdragon, and this one is from Baker's Creek. It was the is it Black Prince? I think it's Black Prince. But my goodness, would you please look at that? Look at how pretty this is. The color is just gorgeous. It just started blooming, so it's just going to get bigger than that. And I have like this here, snapdragons all the way across to where the marigold is. And then in front of it is a lemon balm. Don't remember which one I put in here. I have this Spearton mix and another one I don't remember. I see a weed, so I need to pull it, because this place was very weedy before I started planting, so I'm very diligent about coming here and pulling up weeds just so it's not overrun again, because it was a nightmare. But this is a bee balm, and let me see, I don't see any stalks, anything going up as though it's going to flower soon, but it's a perennial, so it's going to be here. This here plant is one of is the only one that survived of the planting. I had 4 plants that I put in here, only this one made it. This is the Gaillardia, and the flowers look like this. This is a small flower. It's going to open up some more, and I deadhead it so that it makes more blooms. It is very pretty. I like the leaves as well. And by its side I have some salvia. Not sure if it'll bloom this year, but I have salvia there and some over here as well. And this is a salpiglosis. I hope I'm saying the name right. And this one is a purple one. I think it's the black trumpet salpiglosis. I planted it somewhere else and it wasn't doing very well, so I stuck it in here. And I have a few others that are being covered by marigolds or something. They're very small, but this one is beginning to flower. It has a very dark flower. Can't wait to see it. I have a single zinnia in here. I was under the mistaken notion that rabbits liked zinnias, and then I did some research and I found out not so much, so I didn't really put zinnias in here. Maybe next year, but I have one single zinnia here. I think it's a dwarf zinnia. We'll see. So let's move on. Here I have some gomphrena. Now I planted 3 types of gomphrena and only the red came up. I had the white and a mix that had white and purple and other colors, but only the red one came up. This is the strawberry fields gomphrena. It's starting to flower, and I know already that I'm going to love it. So all here, this patch here is gomphrena. And then this here, I have no idea what it is. If you know, please let me know. It was already in this spot, and I actually tried to pull it up and I couldn't, so I left it in. But the leaves are very beautiful, and the underside is silver, so she can stay. So that's the marigold we already looked at. And here we have some yarrow. This one here is a variety with, I think, purplish flowers, pink or purplish flowers, and the leaves look kind of serrated. But look at the flower bud, and that's so pretty. And this should flower the first year, so that's true to type. But this one here may not flower this year. This is a different yarrow, and it's a mix. So I'm not sure which colors I'll be getting back here, but I love the leaves. Like, even if it doesn't flower, look at the leaves. Look at the leaves. That's highly ornamental. Okay, and behind it I have some more marigolds because I stuck these everywhere. Now this here, defoliated plant. See, all the leaves are gone up until here. This is clematis, and it already flowered. It only had one flower, which is gone now. But then, still going up here, it looks like it's about to give me another flower. I can show you that there. So that's a flower bud. The flower is very pretty. It's a purple flower. It did get some disease, so I'm not sure if I want to keep it in this garden because I don't like fussy plants. I pulled, it was on either side of this trellis, and the other one was very sick, so I pulled her. Or I cut her down to the ground, so I didn't pull her, but I have instead planted some black-eyed Susan vines, and I hope you can see this little, right here, that little seedling should be the black-eyed Susan vine. And I put it on either side, so if this plant, if I decide to pull it, I'll have something else climbing up the trellis. And let me show you what the black-eyed Susan vine looks like. I'll take a short trip to the other side of the garden. Come with me. It's over there. Almost there. Alright, so right here, this is what the black-eyed Susan vine looks like, also called Bumbergia. The flowers are beautiful. So if the clematis does not survive, this will be just fine to take its place. So, back to the garden. Alright, so in the back of this garden patch here, I have some cosmos, which haven't flowered yet, but my goodness, would you look at the leaves? They're so frilly and delicate. It's very pretty. I have like 3 or 4 plants together because I winter sowed them, and I know they don't like to be transplanted, so I didn't want to disturb their roots, so I just plopped it in all together, and they did okay. The leaves are just so beautiful. Can't wait for them to flower. I have no idea what color will come out of this, but mystery in the garden, I say. Not bad. Now this is one of the flowers I probably will always have in my garden because it was one of the flowers that dragged me into this entire flower planting expedition. which is the black-eyed Susan. Look at it. Can you resist this face? Because I cannot. Look at, come on now. She is gorgeous. So, and I love how you get so much variation. Like this one looks completely different from this one. And it's a perennial, which is always a plus in my garden. The less I have to do, the better for everyone. So that's a black-eyed Susan. And I have a echinacea here, which I don't know if she'll do anything this year, but she's perennial, so she'll come back. But this one is a pink paradiso. Can't wait for her. But yeah, black-eyed Susan, more chicken-flame marigolds and alyssum, kind of all around here. And then whenever a black-eyed Susan just pops up in my garden from the one I planted last year that made me so interested in flowers, I just pull them up and move them here. Ooh, some more weeds. And this is a runner grass, so if you leave it, it will just take over the garden. And I try to pull them when I see them, especially after it rains and the soil is very moist. It's easier to get them up from the root. This one didn't come up from the root, but yeah. Anyway, you're not here to watch me weed. So more alyssum. And I know alyssum is more is a self-seeder, so I expect it to come back next year. Just come up in the garden. More black-eyed Susans. And then this one is, it's a Rudbeckia Amarillo Gold. Look at that. So it looks like a black-eyed Susan, but the center is just green. And it's also perennial, which I'm happy about. It's much shorter, so look at the height compared to the other black-eyed Susans. It's quite short, which I don't think I remembered when I was putting it here. I do have some more black-eyed Susans under this alyssum here, because I wanted a whole wall of black-eyed Susans here, so eventually maybe they'll do something. Now this one I don't remember if it's just a plain black-eyed Susan or some kind of Rudbeckia, a different kind, but it hasn't, it's short and it hasn't really started flowering. Its habit is quite different from a black-eyed Susan, so I suspect it's something else, but true to type did not label it, so don't know what it is, but I'm not opposed to mystery in the garden. It's a flower. I will love it. So that's the other seedling of the, those are the other seedlings, the black-eyed Susan vine right there. And another Rudbeckia of some kind. And this is where I cut down the clematis that was on the side, and it's growing back. It doesn't seem to have any disease on it right now, so we'll see. I'll let it grow. If it looks diseased, I will chop it down. I have no allegiance to it. Alright, this is another marigold. I'm not sure which one this is, but it's very short, so it's a dwarf. And the leaves, the flowers always come out looking like they're going to be red. So see, it looks like it's red, and then it looks like this, and eventually it ends up looking like this, which I find fascinating. Now this, oh gosh, this plant here made me so very happy. This is a coreopsis, and I had another one on the other side that was short, and for some reason it just died. And I'm so glad I have these here, because I would have been so sad if my coreopsis did not survive at all. I got a mixed pack, so they always turn out very different. The other one that died was different. It was more yellow. Thankfully I have pictures of it, so I won't cry too bad. But this one here is the second one that bloomed, third one that bloomed, and this was the second one. And this is my favorite. When I saw this, I was so in love. When the first one opened, my goodness, I just stared at it for days and days. But look at the flowers. My goodness, they're so red. And it's perfect where it is, because the color gradation from this red to this yellow red, and then the orange over there, and then this black-eyed Susan, which, like I said, is different from the other ones. Ooh, something is eating this black-eyed Susan. Look at that. You see that? I have a caterpillar of some sort eating it, and another bug here, and then this other bug. Ew. But It's dying already. I need to deadhead that one. But yes, the color is here. And then this marigold that just decided to start blooming a few days ago. Look at that. Look at that. The majesty of it all. Alright. So just more marigolds. This is kind of mirroring the other side. Marigolds and alyssum. I have a bee balm. This is the monarda, I believe. And it's going to flower soon. So excited. I think I have another salvia here, but I don't remember where I put it. It's probably covered up in there. But then let me see if you can see the strawberry fields gomphrena better. Look at that. This is supposed to be good for everlasting flowers. And I can't believe all the growth I've had in just 1 month. I can't wait to see what happens in another month of this. This is just so beautiful. But yeah, I think I've showed you all the flowers, at least all the ones I can see. Ooh, let me give you a close-up of that Snapdragon, because I'm enamored with it. Look at that. Alright, don't want to keep you too long, but thank you so much for joining me today to look at my flowers. I hope it brought you even a fraction of the joy it's brought me. And I hope you're growing some flowers in your garden as well and enjoying them. If you like this video, please like the video, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will definitely see you in the next one.